Welcome to Silver Bar Stacker, folks. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their Sunday. That's right, folks. Today is Sunday, and we've got a very fun-filled episode for you today, folks. Now, today's episode is actually inspired by one of our beloved community members. That's right, folks. It's someone that you are very, very well aware of, and it's someone who you may be a subscriber of already. But if you're not a subscriber of this person, then I suggest that you go ahead and subscribe to Spokane Silver Stacker. Now, Spokane Silver Stacker is uploading some very interesting videos, running some very awesome auctions all the time, and so he's a very, very busy person on top of whatever else that he's doing in his personal life. But as far as the YouTube community goes, he's a very, very integral and strong asset, I would say, to this community. So it's somebody who definitely deserves your subscriptionship, and so I think we should kick things off by giving him your subscription. So why is today's episode inspired by him? Well, he's a loyal SBS customer. First of all, he's a monthly subscriber. He's one of our monthly tier subscribers he's part of our gold tier program, which is awesome. So he's supporting us on a monthly basis. So he's awesome. And so he also provides us with feedback, which is also awesome. And so some of the feedback that he's been giving us as of late has been like, hey, I kind of miss those SBS drops that you used to do. And so for those who aren't familiar with the SBS drops, those are something that we kind of used to do on the channel quite a while back. And that was something that sort of involved coming with some sort of item that we would run on promotion that month. And we'd have a way to kind of gamify that drop of that product drop, I guess you could call it, and they were called SBS drops. And so he wanted to bring SBS drops back because that was a really, really great way to involve the community and get them to have an awesome deal on some sort of item in particular. So every single week we would basically be doing an SBS drop where we'd run a promotion on some new item, and there are limited slots available, and people who opted in were able to get a killer deal on some awesome stuff, such as Prospectors, Engelhard bars, the whole 9 yards. We used to do all sorts of kinds of drops, and then we sort of, got tired of doing them. People kind of started not being as interested and things like that, and so we kind of slowed down on them, and they came to a halt. But we got requests from Spokane that, hey, you got to bring those SBS drops back, because those were where I like to make my purchases and get those killer deals that you used to offer. So I said, you know what, Spokane, I'm going to bring those SBS drops back, and we're going to start off strong, and we're going to do it, starting this next video. Okay, so we went ahead and came up with an SBS drop idea, and I thought today we're going to do an SBS drop idea for Geiger bars. So we've got here some Geiger copper bars, and we've also got a very rare Geiger cast poured silver bar, and this is a nice cast poured 1 ounce 3/9 fine silver bar, still in the original factory seal. And this is something that sort of mimics this 1 ounce copper bar that you actually see on my website and has been on my website available for sale for quite some time. Now these bars here, the copper ones and these 1 ounce copper ones and these 2 ounce copper ones, not so rare. They're not that rare. I mean, I believe that maybe Atmax might be the people who exclusively sell these for Geiger, because I'm really only able to find these bars on their website, and they're actually our supplier for these bars as well. Okay, now these bars are discontinued from my understanding. I mean, these are not very easy to find. I don't find these very frequently. I don't have an opportunity to buy these very frequently, but it's very, very interesting bar to me, because these two copper bars are something that I was very much into for quite a while. I stacked quite a few of these 1 and 2 ounce copper bars, and so I have quite a few of them. And as it turns out, copper is not really in line with my stacking strategy, and as a result, it has now become a product that I am aggressively selling, actually, because I have actually hundreds of these copper bars, truthfully. I saw them on Atmax's website. Now, Atmax doesn't have really any sort of wholesale benefits, and that's a topic that I've sort of covered on my website before. I actually have purchased quite a bit of stuff from Atmax. Maybe, other individuals here have purchased even more than I have, but I purchased quite a bit from there, to the point where I have, some higher level of status. I get some special emails, and, I'm sure many of you get these same special emails. And, I've inquired also as somebody who's running a store. I've also inquired about, hey, what are some of your wholesale benefits, at Atmax? And so they've actually walked me through those benefits and kind of told me, okay, yeah, there's actually a formalized application process if you'd like to opt into our wholesale, program. We can offer some sort of benefits. And so before I went through with that application process for SBS, I sort of just wanted to get some more information about that. And so this is the topic that I sort of covered on a previous video, but for those who haven't watched it, I could just briefly cover that now. Their wholesale benefits essentially don't give you a benefit if you're purchasing in bulk, which is the whole purpose of a wholesale benefit. Now, if you're somebody who's trying to purchase in wholesale, you're trying to buy large quantities at hopefully a lower unit cost, so that you have product available for your store, right? Nobody wants to buy only overpriced things, so I need to have some sort of competitively priced items available as well on my website, so that those who are looking for kind of lower premium stuff are able to kind of where that few bucks matters, that's where the wholesale benefits kind of come into play. And so you want to, as somebody who's running a store, for example, you want to be able to have access to at least a few wholesalers that can provide you with, bulk product at a cheaper unit cost. Now, that's the whole point, in my opinion, of a wholesale benefit or a wholesaler benefit. Now, so when I inquired about, hey, what are the benefits of an actual having a wholesale account with Atmax? Well, I wasn't able to get such a benefit on any of the products that I was actually interested in. Now, I kind of told them a little bit about my business and how I was a little bit more into the collectible stuff, mainly into the private refiner vintage stuff, such as the Engelhards, the JMs, and such as that. And basically what they told me is that, well, for that type of stuff, we're not going to be able to give you much of a bulk discount. Basically what it is if you want to buy a smaller quantity of them, we could give you the larger quantity pricing. How you purchase 10 bars or 100 bars instead of just one bar, how you get a lower unit cost. They basically told me that, hey, for these types of higher premium collectible items, our benefit to you, our wholesale benefit to you, is that we can allow you to purchase a smaller quantity. I don't want to purchase a smaller quantity. No, but that's the benefit we're giving you. We're going to allow you to purchase a smaller quantity at the lower price. Oh, thank you so much. I want to buy all of what you have, but you're allowing me to purchase you're allowing me to purchase not what I want for the same price that I would have bought it if I bought all of them. Okay, cool. That's no wholesale benefit to me at all, and so I did not go forward with that sort of a application, because that's not really beneficial to me, and so there's not really any reason to have that sort of a partnership. So, truthfully, as it turns out, these maybe are collectible as well, and so I imagine that you could not get much of a wholesale discount on these as well. And so, since I don't have a wholesale account with Atmax, and these were sourced from Atmax, as you could see, I basically paid with the prices. Now, the price, as you can see right now, is $9.99 for a copper bar that is 1 ounce, and $12.99 or $12.49 or $12.99 for a copper bar that is 2 ounces. Now, those prices have basically never changed, right? I know that's a kind of a high premium for a copper bar, but these are very cool copper bars. They're 4.9s fine. They're cast poured. They're beautiful. They're produced by Geiger, right? So the brand in and of itself carries a premium. I mean, their 1 gram silver bars itself sell for like $8-9, and that's the lowest that generally you can find them. And I mean, that's the price that we kind of typically sell the 1 gram bars for, is like anywhere between $6 to $8, and that's like a very good price, because you go on Atmax, those same 1 gram Geiger silver bars I think cost more than $10. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that the Geiger stuff in and of itself kind of carries that premium. So when I kind of sourced these, I was thinking to myself, wow, when I first kind of came across these, probably over a year ago, more than a year ago, probably a couple of years ago, when I kind of first came across these copper bars, and they sort of kind of strike my fancy. Initially, I thought, wow, these are cool, and I was trying to grab a few at a time, and there were in-stock issues. They didn't always have them in stock, and they wouldn't have them in stock for a long periods of time. So initially, I'm like, these are so cool. These are like the smallest denominational copper bars that I've seen. Are these always available, or what's going on? Why is there such a supply chain issue here? So then whenever I saw them in stock, I just grab them. I just grab, because I would just be able to grab a handful at a time. So anytime I saw them, I would grab them. Then all of a sudden, they started having them very, very large quantities, plentiful, and I kind of stacked quite a few of them. And I kind of, as a stacker, many stackers do this, they kind of go a little bit overboard sometimes with something, and I went very overboard, honestly, truthfully, with the copper bars. And so I'm running a store. I'm also running my personal stack of stuff that I want to be stacking, and so I went very overboard, I guess you could say, with both personal stack as well as store inventory on these copper bars. And so we're at a point now where we have just so many of these dang copper bars. And so truthfully, for the last few months, I've been selling these as if they're just candy, as if they're just candy bars, chocolate bars. Like there was an auction literally last week where I sold one of each of these for $1. Kind of by accident, honestly. I started the auction at $1, and I was expecting it definitely to not just end at $1, but it was like past midnight, and so I was an idiot. I mean, I was an idiot, or other people were smart. I don't know how you want to look at it, but what ended up happening is that I sold one of each of these for $1, and so it just happened because, you know, these are things I'm trying to liquidate anyways, because I'm just like, oops, I have way too many of them. I'm like, I've got another 400 ounces right here, another 400 ounces, and we got another 100 ounces right here. So I think this is probably like close to the last of my copper bars. So I just thought to myself, you know, all these stores generally, they're running promotions on certain things. Why do those stores run promotions on things? They run promotions on things when they have quite a bit of inventory on something, you know. So that's kind of what has happened here. We have quite a bit of copper bars here. I think maybe we should just take a look at and see these in the flesh, because this is quite a bit of copper sitting here on the desk. So it'd be kind of a sight to see this much copper, I would say. It's almost like an unboxing video. That's a lot of copper. And then we got another 400 ounces worth of 2-ounce copper bars here. So I guess what I was thinking is that since we're capable of running a promotion, we might as well just run a promotion and do an SBS drop on freaking copper bars. And I'm thinking, let's liquidate a lot of these today. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have very many of these 1-ounce silver Geiger bars, because these are extremely rare, especially in the original factory seal. I don't really ever see these. So these really tickle my fancy, and so I'm not really going to be able to sell these in bulk, or definitely at a bulk discount. But what I was thinking is, since this is a nice kind of collectible and very rare piece, well, one of these I've got available. You know, I've got them available on the website right now for $225 for this 1-ounce bar, which is quite, you know, it's quite a high asking price, but truthfully, I don't want to sell this. But I have one available at $175. So if somebody wants to get that $50 discount on this 1-ounce silver bar, feel free to just go ahead and do that. Go on the website right now, and in the video description, there's actually a coupon code, and it's only good for one use. So I've only got one of these available, and if you want to grab this for $175, you can use that coupon code and grab it. And if not, that coupon code will just stay there until somebody uses it, or until I decide to, you know, deactivate it. But if somebody wants to grab that, go for it. Otherwise, the other way to grab one of these is going to be if you take part in my SBS drop. Now, this SBS drop, unlike my past SBS drops, for those who are or who are not familiar with them, is going to be a little bit different. You know, I'm not going to be really doing anything. Typically what I used to do is I used to go on video. I used to have like a little pillowcase. I'd draw, you know, names or something, or not names, but I'd draw like numbers and stuff, and it'd be like a whole weird kind of game. Basically what I'm going to do is it's going to be a free-for-all. I'm essentially going to have tiered pricing available on copper bars. I've got 1 ounce and I've got 2-ounce copper bars here, and I'm going to have early bird gets the worm. If you're not first, you are last. That's kind of the name of the game now for these new age SBS drops. How it works is it's basically going to be like, hey, we're going to have crazy low pricing for the early birds. Okay, so there's going to be one 1-ounce bar that I'm going to make available, a copper bar available for $1. Remember, I was talking about last week I accidentally sold on auction a 1-ounce and a 2-ounce copper bar for $1 each. I made that stupid mistake. I'm gonna make that stupid mistake again this week, just because it's fun. It's just fun. It's a marketing thing. Hey, is my marketing work? Is it working? Is it fun? So I'm gonna have one 1-ounce copper bar available for $1, and there's a coupon code that you can use. You can only use one coupon code at a time, so you got to be fast, by the way, my friends. There's a coupon code in the video description. It's good for one use. Anybody can use it. Go create an SBS account and add it to your cart and place that order. You can only use one coupon code at a time, and there's multiple coupon codes in the video description. Okay, so there's one coupon code where you can add a 1 ounce Geiger copper bar to your cart. Okay, use that coupon code, and if you're quick enough, you'll get it for $1, because it'll discount that from whatever we have. What do we have it up for right now? $12, I believe, or $12.50. It'll move it from $12.50 to $1, and you got yourself a one ounce copper bar, free shipping, everything outdoor for $1. Okay, same thing for this 2 ounce copper bar. There's a coupon code in there, good for one use, where you'll get this for $1. One lucky person will get this for $1. Then I've got more coupon codes. Okay, so the price is going to go up as the coupon codes get used up. There's going to be one bar available for $1 in the 1 ounce weight class, and one 2 ounce bar available for $1. Then there's going to be 2 1 ounce bars available for $2, and there's going to be 2 2 ounce bars available for $2. Coupon codes in the video description once again. Then there's going to be 3 1 ounce bars available for $3, and 3 2 ounce bars available for $3. You get the point? Then there's going to be 4 1 ounce copper bars available, each for $4 a piece. Then there's going to be 4 2 ounce copper bars, and we're going to keep repeating this all the way up until 10, right? Until we get to $10 a piece. And then once those run out, we're back to our normal pricing of $12.50 per bar on this, and I believe $15 per bar on the 2 ounce copper bars. And that's your out the door pricing with free shipping. And if you want to take part in the game, what the deal is. Remember I talked about how you might be able to win one of these? The way that you win one of these is if after 48 hours of me starting this game, after 48 hours, if you're the person who has purchased the most amount of copper bars, I'm going to just throw this thing in for free. You're just going to get that 1 ounce silver bar included with your order. So I don't know how many people are out there gunning after that silver bar or gunning after a whole crap load of cheap copper bars, but whoever grabs the most amount of copper bars after 48 hours is up. They're going to be having this thrown into their order. It'll catch you by surprise. Maybe you might not be expecting it, or maybe you will be expecting it, and then you might be disappointed to find that you don't get it because somebody else beat you and bought more copper bars than you. But, if you're interested in this, take part in today's drop, and whoever gets the most amount of ops uses the most amount of coupon codes here, they're going to be the person who ends up with this. So if you use more than half the coupon code successfully, that means you're guaranteed to get that bar. So here you go. Let the games begin, and I hope you enjoy today's SBS drop. The next SBS drop may or may not happen on Sunday. It could happen on any day, so you're going to want to have your bell notifications set on. You're going to want to make sure you're subscribed here to SBS, because we're going to basically just do instant premieres on SBS drops here on YouTube. And so the only way for you to know about them right when they happen and be able to get the chance to get those cheap items is going to be if you're subscribed and you're joining in to the premiere and seeing what the SBS drops are all about. So I hope you enjoyed this SBS drop, and for those of you who take part, thank you. I hope you enjoy the items that you receive here in a few days, and thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers.